Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for City of Rowlett, Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024, 7 p.m. As authorized by Section 551.071 of the Texas Government Code, this meeting will be convened in the closed executive session for purposes of seeking confidential legal advice from the city attorney on any agenda item herein. That's the city name. The City of Rowlett reserves the right to reconvene, recess, or realign the regular session to call an executive session or order of business at any time prior to adjournment. Public process for public input. If you're not able to attend in person, you may complete the citizens input form on the city's website by 3:30 p.m. The day of the meeting, all forms will be forwarded to the Planning and Zoning Commission prior to the start of the meeting. For in-person comments or registration forms, instructions are available in the meeting room. So we have a quorum, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. At this time, we'll have citizens input. We have 3-minute comments will be taken from the audience on any topic. No action will be taken by the commission during citizens input. Here we should hearing none, we'll go ahead and close the citizens input. Consent agenda following may be acted upon in one motion. Planning and Zoning Commission or citizen may request items be removed from the consent agenda for individual consideration. And they are consider approving the minutes for the April 9th, 2024 regular meeting. Consider approval of preliminary plat for the Eastern North Park area. And consider preliminary plat for McCoyle Estates plat. Commissioners, would like to remove the item from the consent agenda?
I would like
Ms.
to
Williams.
remove item 3B from the consent agenda.
Consent agenda. Does anybody have any other item they'd like to remove? Hearing none, at this time, I'm looking for a motion to approve the consent agenda as modified with the removal of 3B.
I'm making a motion to approve the minutes of the April 9, 2024 regular meeting as presented and approval of the Coyle Estates preliminary plat.
We have a motion to approve the minutes of the April 9, 2024 regular meeting and the approval of the Coyle State primary plat. We have a second motion. Who's going to say? Mr. Tucker. Second motion. All in favor, raise your hand. Keep those signs. Thank you. That passes unanimously. Okay, moving on to individual consideration. Oh, wait a minute. The only thing we have on the individual consideration agenda would be item 3B. Consider approval of preliminary plat for the Vista North Shore. The approximately 35.314 acre site is situated in the Richard Copeland Survey abstract number 229 and the Walter Carew and Brother Survey abstract number 363 is located in the northwest corner of Castle Drive, Monero Road, in the city of Rowlett, Dallas County, Texas. Will be presented for us.
So my name is Martin Morales, and I'm here to stand as item tonight. So we have the Vista North Shore preliminary plat. There's previously a preliminary coming back in, basically what their preliminary plat is. It's been 2 years, but this area is urban neighborhood slash rural neighborhood as well. Originally it had been approved for 153 units on this space of it for multifamily. And they do have 3 right of ways which they would be dedicated to the city, and then you would have your construction essentially on these 2 portions. No further questions.
Okay, thank you. That was believed.
When I look at this plan that Sheffield Way and Fisher Court, they did end into, I can't make out if that's a alley or a street. But how can fire truck negotiate that road?
So what the applicant actually did for this, if you look at both of these commercial sources, then they actually got easements from the neighboring property. This is something fire had brought up. So essentially what you're gonna do is build two, homeless sheds in these areas. But they provided plans and project check on them. But they would still have to come in for citizens and site plans to show those portions of it. But essentially they got easements on the neighboring property, to address that issue.
But it's not on here.
It shows it just as an easement, but it won't be shown fully, it's not a real dedication of the right of way. So you kind of have the whole one, it looks like it's the round and one, I think you said that.
What is it, homelessness?
So those two blocks, that lot one and I should have brought a magnifying glass. Lot one, block B, and lot one, block A, those are gonna be what, apartment buildings?
Yes. To have,
4 stories, 5 stories?
believe it was five, three stories.
Or 3 stories?
Can you give us a little bit of background just on how this property developed, or I know that we never seen anything on this board except for the initial for the primary plat, preliminary plat. So there's a regulated, there's a regulated plan associated with it. Okay, if you know about that, how did that go about getting done, etc. You just remember. Alice, would you like to answer that?
I can. So as you alluded to, Mr. Kotek, this is the project that was strictly approved by staff prior to requiring for future multifamily projects to receive a special use permit from the city council. It was approved at the urban neighborhood district, which does require a mix of different development types, different building types. And so the portion that there is a development for is the multifamily portion. The upper, if you go to the right-hand side of the property, that is designated for a rural neighborhood, which are large lots, single-family homes that would be adjacent to the existing large lots of single-family homes on Castle Drive there. And then there's a portion on the, call it, west side of Army Hill Lane, that is for future commercial development as well. So that the requirements of this district to set aside all of those separate land uses on this lot, also with the requisite open space requirement to serve the entire development. So his first phase is being developed with the multifamily on those two lots. That, and Mike also Martinez said that this plat has been wanted for more than 2 years, which requires it to be reapproved, which is why they are bringing it back for consideration.
So my question would be, it's been dormant for over 2 years. Why would it now not be subject to an SUP for this multifamily unit?
Sure, so that is a zoning decision, and that is a situation where because it was approved prior to that, it has not. It was approved prior to, the zoning does not, the zoning decision like that does not expire. Because it met the requirements of the zone at the time. Although it was staff approved, that was permissible under the forms code at that time.
And I'll speak up.
Mr.
we're here to, Martin, I'll ask you, so we're here to reapprove this. Do we have an option to do anything but reapprove it because it's met all conditions?
Well, it really hasn't been, well, I guess they,
It originally had it before, and so,
well, now that they have the easements at the end of
yeah.
the roads, I suppose.
So the question, before we dig deep and start talking for hours, do we have any option besides to approve the plat? Does it meet all conditions not required?
It says meet all conditions,
Previous one, this is where I get asked the guy questions, now that we're looking at it again, do we have the ability as a PMC board to look at it with today's lens, not previous lens, that was previously approved?
It still is determined to meet all requirements. However, as a preliminary plat, and knowing that they still have to, part of the reason why we do that preliminary plat is so we can get something on paper to start with. Their next step will be reapproving, or I'm sure it's reapproving or getting civil plan, civil engineering plan to finalize those things. Also, will be some minor adjustments required to their site development plan as well. If there are
This was not allowed.
yes,
Public hearing, first, publicly available.
It's a legal thing, I did it my first day and I got yelled at. So this is all safe. If it's annoying, like, it's already here too, and like, I had to like.
if they are not able to meet the requirements of all codes, which would include building code, fire code,
Nobody can do that, right? There's lots of break-offs.
they would exactly, they would not be able, they'd not be.
I guess,
So
my
going back,
concern, yeah, and I guess my question is, I mean, is there no timeline on the regulating plan?
There is no expiration on it.
No expiration already? And does this regulating plan have any requirements to develop the entire area in some way, i.e. that we would not end up with
So
265 apartments and no commercial component to it?
there is no, to my understanding, there is no guarantee that that will happen. It is, we are at, take the word of this developer, this property owner, that that is their intention.
But they don't know that. They don't own that property.
This entire property was at one point in time owned by, maybe, I believe David Derrick was the name of the property owner. So he has since sold the three parcels that are going to be part of the apartment complex that have been sold.
So, wait a minute, will he not be, so as a developer, he can just pass down his regulating plan and
So,
give individuals with anything that he may have been able to?
yes. The answer to that is yes, because it met zoning requirements under the urban development at the time when they
Ms. Wilson?
It's not, so that property is owned by one owner, in what you
I don't recall if he is, I don't think he's transferred ownership of the other parcels. So the actually three of the tracts are transferred, two that are located apartments, and then there's a pond on a third parcel at the upper right-hand corner of the plat, which also serves as part of the open space. With that, it is tied to the apartments.
See, my concern would be this. So what you're saying is that's subject to change, though, right? Like, could he add additional multifamily?
If there were to be any additional multifamily, that would require the approval of the SUP. If they were looking to change the other components on this property where it did not conform to
Because
that would also require public hearing.
Okay, so it would have to go back.
Yes.
Good.
Okay, so I have a question. Kind of curious, I thought this plat was for lot 1, block C, lot 1, block B, lot 1, block A. I'm pretty sure it's located up here.
There is a pond over on the neighboring property over here. This is also a pond here. Lot 2. It was initially thought before they did serious engineering, it was originally thought that that would be available for regulation. However, it's the engineers started seriously looking at it and decided that was not the most viable option for
So our regulatory plan does it include development of the estate housing?
The regulated plan, yes, yes. The regulated plan has to note that this lot, one and then block D will be set aside for future rolling repair.
So like the future timelines.
Correct.
What is our guarantee? Over here, it says, they're doing here and building all that things.
Come to us for this.
If they were seeking to build multifamily on the site, that would require zoning action through the public hearing process with the city council to grant a special use permit.
Excuse me, would potentially be an issue, if they were to have enough, you know, if they were to have more multi-family or more additional taxes on houses like you're asking for, on that, as far as flooding issues like that, they consider that like they were to build additional multi-family development.
That's again, the slow process of identifying.
Okay.
Address that, provide sufficient rainfall.
Okay, that's,
So I'm here to suggest.
It is 258, yes.
Sorry.
Very much.
Okay. Any other questions, Commissioners?
Well, I just have a comment. I just want to be clear because I went back to water here and I did not see on the P and Z commission anywhere that we approved any of this. And thank you for explaining how this came into being this.
Okay. Anything else? Commissioners? Comments? Questions? Unfortunately, this is beyond our ability to question or do anything else with it. City said that it meets its requirements. It is a preliminary plat, so there will be a final plat that comes to us that will obviously need to have everything drawn on it as far as retention, detention, and return of streets and all the rest of that. So, unfortunately, because we don't have too many options, can be in favor. I need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the preliminary plat.
So we have a motion on the table from Ms. Williams to approve the listing North Shore preliminary plat as presented. Do I have a second?
second.
Yes, I have a second from Ms. Wilson. All in favor? That passes unanimously. And with that, we're adjourned.